my father was very patriotic, my God. When he came from Poland, he came here in 1916, and the first thing he did was join the army, World War One. He was so proud to be here. And he was proud, and he kind of made us all proud to be Americans. So he always had a flag. He made a big flagpole, a high flagpole with flag. So Mr. Missouri was a local barber. They both played violins. And that night, my father, after leaving the Borough Hall, he would go to behind the barber shop there, and they'd play all kinds of tunes, practice their songs. And you could hear them in the summertime with the window open. You could hear them playing the violins, And they made a promise. My father made a promise that when the war ended, he would march up Main Street playing his violin. Even if I have to do it alone, he said. So Mr. Missouri said, John, you don't have to do it alone. I'll go with you.
Yeah.
So World War II ended March 8th. Truman announced that it was over. My father rushes home from work to get his violin, and then he meets Mr. Missouri, he had his barber shop there where the flower shop is on Sayreville, on Main Street. And they marched up Main Street, and I was standing in the yard, and I thought, that's a little embarrassing, for them to walk too flatly as well. Next thing you know, Mr. Masalewski next door. Did you know Mr. Masalewski?
Yeah.
He saw. I said, John, what are you doing? He grabbed the American flag from his yard, which he always had there, and joined them. That's how he came to be the third person in the group.
There it is.
There they are.
And other people are behind them.
Well, that's what happened. So they marched up Main Street. They went all the way down to the bridge, and when they came back, there were a whole big pile of people behind them. So they went to the Borough Hall, and they continued playing. Mr. Masalewski raised his flag, and my father with his fiddle, and so Mr. Missouri, they all played, and people were singing. So that was a very memorable thing. So a promise that was made, then was carried out when the war ended.